So here we go, we're moments away from the MXGP qualifying and making a reappearance here. A familiar face, Valentin Tellier reappears here, but this time on the 450. Valentin, it's great to see you back, and how are you getting on the bigger bike?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be back on the GPs. This time it's with 450, so it's a big difference for me. But you know, I was 23 years old, so too old for riding MX2. But anyway, I'm happy with that class, and I'm going to take some pleasure today, for sure. And
this weekend you're here as a wildcard, but will we see you at any more GPs?
I'm going to do the French GP, but I'm also going to go to USA next week for the first AMA outdoors in a light class. So it's going to be fun, and I hope I'm going to get good results.
Sounds fantastic. Will you have fun out there today in qualifying, and we're going to see the MXGP qualifying race.
Last minute preparation for the riders. Tony Cairoli, though, only managing 23rd time in the time training. He's right there over on the right hand side, going to take a gamble. Great jump from Cairoli on the Red Bull KTM, bursts into the lead underneath the Fox banner. And the 222 out front, just where he wanted to be. Van Hoorbeek there second. Third briefly was Rui Gonçalves before 25. Clement de Sal finding a way through, going up the hill. On board with Jake Nichols on the Wilvo Forkrent KTM, trying to sneak around the inside, trying to take a gamble around the outside in the next turn. Unlike Xavier Borg on the 24 MX Honda, coming out in 5th place. And we see the pass on Rui Gonçalves from Clement de Sal on that Rockstar Suzuki. The bike at Cosworth, Yamaha rider, getting a good start there. Rui Gonçalves of Portugal stayed in 4th for the first 2 laps of this qualifying race. Xavier Borg was just behind him, and not too far back was the 22 of Kevin Strybos, but it was Tony Cairoli who set the pace. De Sal had found his way into second, ahead of the 89 of Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. 22, Kevin Strybos making a move up the inside of Xavier Borg to put him into 5th place. And then Rui Gonçalves just started to feel the heat from the Belgium. A lap later, the Suzuki rider was through into 4th position. HRC Honda rider, 777. Evgeny Bobryshev started in 7. And then he was working his way gradually up the field, eventually came home in 5th place as Cairoli. Well, it was a little bit of sandbagging going on from the Sicilian in the time training session. Couldn't quite find the lap to put in a super fast lap to get him a decent grid position, but didn't need to. A good start from the outside against all odds. And a whole shot is what matters, and that's exactly what he did. And lap by lap, half a second, 3/4 of a second quicker in places, just riding super smooth as if he was in a training run. Clement de Sal on the Suzuki number 25 at the bottom of the hill there in second for a while. Looked content to be doing enough, but midpoint of the race, 89, Jeremy Van Hoorbeek closed and eventually found a way past. With about 4 laps to go, moved into 2nd position. Next was the 22, Kevin Strybos, looking to find a way through as well, and he followed through the following lap. Frossard, 183 on the Kawasaki, came home in 7th, ahead of Rui Gonçalves, who dropped to 8th in the end, ahead of Sean Simpson, 9th, and Joel Roulants in 10th place. But Evgeny Bobryshev, HRC, the lone Honda rider this weekend for HRC, had to settle for 5th, ahead of the fast improving Xavier Borg on that 24 MX Honda machine. Tony Cairoli, though, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, more than a handful of seconds clear of his rivals, making it look so easy, and was never really challenged. Number 89, Van Hoorbeek, Yamaha Factory Racing. Once he was in second, did just enough to stay ahead of the 22 of Kevin Strybos on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki. But for Cairoli, though, it was pretty much a walk in the park. Picking his lines with inch-perfect precision. The Spanish fans getting behind him as well. Maybe a sign of things to come for Sunday. But as we saw with Jeffrey Hurlings in the MX2 qualifying session, a mistake early on in the race could be costly. But the flag went out. It was a win for Cairoli. Van Hoorbeek second. Strybos, de Sal, Bobryshev.
Tony Cairoli, that was such an incredible start. Everybody in the skybox was clapping, but I heard something rather unfortunate happen to you on the sighting lap.
Yeah, I was on the pre-qualify. I made a small mistake. You know, there was a lot of mud in the beginning of the time, and then I wait a little bit too long. And then when I was trying to make a lap, I struggle. I find some some people crashing around, and I couldn't really make a good lap, so I was there almost last for the quali race, and I had completely outside line. But I practiced a lot in the start this year, and I made a good start also from way outside there. So I'm really happy and looking forward for tomorrow.
Tell us what happened on the sighting lap.
Yeah, some bees go through my helmet and it bite me on the lip. So I'm not allergic, so I was not nothing too serious, but I was pretty scared in the beginning because I didn't know what kind of animal it was, but it was not so bad.